All right, let's go get some coordinates. So here's our picture, and watch what happens right over here. That's what I want you to watch while I move. You notice it's getting the coordinates. So over here, I'm really close to 0, 0. Down here, I'm really close to 640 by 480. And I move it down a little further, I get a little closer. So you see what's happening here. Now the areas that we used, as you remember from the previous video, were the building over here. We had this bush here. We have this stepping stone here, and we have this flower bed right here. So in terms of getting coordinates, let's start with the building. So if I go up to this area, yeah, this looks like about let's see here, about 562, 1. So I'm going to come here and type 562, 1. I've got to keep track of them somehow. So these are the coordinates for the building. That's the first one. That's the upper left-hand corner. Now let's look at the bottom right-hand corner. And this gives us 639, 115. So 639, 115. And so we have the coordinates for the building. We're just using the rectangle style for that. Now let's go back and look at the coordinates for this bush. Now we're going to use a circle for this bush. So I'm going to go right about into the middle, and that's going to give me 318, 205. Okay, 318, 205. So 318, 205, and then I need a radius. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to take a quick look, remind myself, 318, 205. Okay, 318, 205. So let's get close to that. 318, 318, 318, 205. Oh, there we are, 318, 205. Now, the easiest way to find the radius, how long the radius is, I'm at 318, 205. If I stay on the same y coordinate, but I move out here to the x, all right, so I want 205. There I've got 205, and now I've got 347. Okay, so I'm going to come back to here and for a moment type 347. But that's not the real radius. It's really, the radius is going to be the distance from the x in the middle, which was this, to the x, oops, didn't want to do that, to the x out on the side. So if I take 347 minus 318, that is going to give me something very close to 30. Actually, it'll be 29. So the radius is 29. So to just refresh, the way we did that is we go to the middle and then we move directly over, staying at the same y, and find the x there, and then we subtract the middle x from the x we got out there, and that's how we get our number. So we got 29 is going to be the radius of that circle. So we've got our bush. Now we've got to get the other two things. So let's go after the stepping stone. That's going to be a polygon. So let's look at the places that we'll look at the vertices, the places we want to connect. So we'll start here with this one, and that gives us 383, 411. So 383, 411. Now what about the next one? Well, we'll come back here, and so we were here, now we're going to go up here, and this is going to give us 424, 397. 424, 397. 424, 397. Okay, I guess I ought to use a comma instead of an M. Now let's go look at the next one. So now I'm going to come down to here, and this is going to give me 492, 421. So we'll say 492, 421. So 492, 421. Okay. Now we go back. So that was around 492, 421. Now we'll come down to this edge here, which is 496, 449. 496, 449. 496, and I can't remember what the other one was, so let's go back. So we had 494, so now we're out to about 496, but we're down to this one. So I was at 496, 449. Okay, so back and 449, and we have one more to get because we're down here. We need to grab this one at the bottom, 414, 460, 414, 460. So 414, 460. So we have the coordinates for the stepping stone. Now all we need are the coordinates for this flower bed here. So I'm going to just start here at this bottom part. So that's 512, 278. 512, 278. 512, 278. And now we go back. So that was this part here. So now let's go over to this part of it here. 484, 268. 484, 268. 484, 268. Then we're going to go to the next part. Whoops. Stopped, went a little little bit to the wrong spot there. All right, so now we've picked up this one and this one. So now let's pick up this edge here. And this is 639, 230. So that's 639, 639, 230. And we have one more to pick up. And so we were up there, so let's pick up this part down here. So 637, 638, yeah, 639, 255. 639, 255. 639, 255. 639, 255. And now we have our coordinates. So that's how you pick the coordinates out of the image.